If you have an abiding interest in the business of being a sports official, an amateur sports official in particular, the past few months have had to be mighty interesting. The world has impressed upon us the ever-increasing importance of what we provide as officials. That in turn has caused us to reconsider why we undertake being an official and under what conditions we choose to provide services. In a couple of cases, amateur sports officials decided to flex what precious little muscle they have. Efforts by a group of high school lacrosse officials in Pennsylvania to formally organize gained more ground with a 2-to-1 ruling by the National Labor Relations Board, providing that high school officials are employees and thus would have had the opportunity, if so chosen, to unionize. This ruling, which most certainly will be appealed, is the 1-mile marker in a long journey seeking to determine if amateur officials are independent contractors or employees. The ramifications of a change of status to being employees would have an extraordinary impact on all of us, some bad, some good. In the region of upstate New York, which includes the city of Syracuse, the officials and Section 3 of the New York State Public High School Athletic Association came to an impasse in negotiations primarily over game fees and mileage allowances for the next 5 years. The current contract calls for a game fee of $85 with mileage added. The proposed contract calls for a game fee of $100, which would include mileage unless you travel more than 50 miles. In that case, an additional mileage fee would be added. The officials in outlying areas quickly figured out that they would make less per game even with the extra allowance. Talks stalled over such matters. The impasse mandated the matter be turned over to arbitration. Now the American Arbitration Association gets to decide the matter. Another item that caught my attention emanated from the pro ranks, but most certainly will wend its way down to the amateurs. The NFL made the decision to change the name of the head linesman to down judge. And why? The reason is simple and straightforward. The NFL assigned Sarah Thomas from her line judge position to the head linesman position. Okay, now what? Sarah as a head linesperson? Doubtful even in these very correct times. Thus we now have down judge. And coming soon to you and yours in collegiate and high school football, ... down judge. What do the following names, not a complete list, have in common? Bobby Deibler, Curtis Shaw, Patty Broderick, Mark Whitehead, Rick Boyages, Sally Bell, Manny Ortiz, Marcia Alterman, Bill Carollo, Charlene Curtis, Rich Fetchett, Steve Shaw, Dave Coleman, and Debbie Williamson. These folks and a few more I could add represent command and control for officials who work or want to work the college assignments that carry with them a real nice paycheck. Those listed are originators and or are members of collegiate consortiums or assigning partnerships. These business entities are good examples of what economists label economies of scale. There are 14 listed above, and let's say we could add 14 more. If you intend to have a career working good-paying college sports, your destiny has never been in the hands of fewer people. Of course, your destiny being in the hands of a person or two isn't news to many at the high school level. As an aside, my dad, Rudy, assigned for 26 high schools back in the day. I thought that was neat. I had a full schedule from the time I could tweet, the real tweet that is. Seemed fair to me. Maybe not to you. I get it. Get to know someone. Thank you.